Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Saurabh Khattar, and what an insightful day it has been. We saw pioneers speaking about brand purpose, identity, diversity, AI, creativity, and boring businesses, which are very interesting. So today I'm going to speak about how media quality can drive performance and brand equity together. You know, what we used to call the future of media has very quietly become our present reality. For this presentation, I'm going to take a specific example of IPL. So, you know, every year IPL break records in terms of viewership, in terms of sponsorships, advertisements, and thousands of crores are being spent on digital ads at the time of IPL. And at IAS, we did a research and we found some interesting numbers. We saw at the time of IPL season or high buying periods like festivities, we saw 93% increase in ad fraud, 60% increase in brand risk, and 28% increase in content related to sports events. See these numbers again, 93% increase in ad fraud, 60% increase in brand risk. And if you don't have strategy to navigate this, if you are not measuring your impressions for media quality or verifying your impressions for media quality, your brand is playing a losing game. That's why media quality isn't just a buzzword. It's your brand's insurance policy against low quality placements. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope I have your attention because that's what I'm going to delve into next. So you see the screen here. There are multiple ads running at the same time. And every ad is bidding for one thing, which is human glance. And similarly, on digital screens, we have thousands of ads. We have hundreds of ads at the same time. It's a battleground. And organizations, brands are all bidding and fighting for just one human glance. So in today's world, the battle is not just for number of impressions, it's for attention. And that's why at IAS, we have been helping marketers to help with their attention and outcomes. So since last 2 years, we have been doing a lot of research, studies, and we analyzed millions of advertising data signals. We analyzed billions of impressions, and we found out that attention is a collaborative thing of three major parameters: visibility, situation, and interaction. And when these three parameters or categories are combined in different percentages, it can actually predict if an impression will result in a business outcome. That can be a conversion or a sale. Let me deep dive into all three categories. Visibility. It talks about it validates the presence of the ad. It talks about the viewability, video quartiles, and time in view of the ad. Second parameter is situation. Again, it has sub-parameters, and it talks about the presence of the ad in different environment. It talks about ad density, which is the number of ads on the screen. It talks about ad share of the screen. It talks about device and format on which the ad is running. And thirdly, interaction, which is very interesting. So it talks about how consumer actually interacts with your ad. And there are multiple parameters to it. If the user is scrolling on the ad, how the user is behaving with the video player. Are they increasing the volume, resuming, skipping, etc., etc.? And there's something interesting we have done. We have partnered with a company called Lumen, which is a biometric and eye tracking company. So we collate all the eye tracking data in different situations, placements, and geographies, and put that into our algorithm. And all these parameters are combined together to give an attention score of 0 to 100 for a specific ad placement. Let me show you some results. And we saw some great results. We saw that higher attention placement results in 130% lift in conversion. And what's more interesting is we found out that higher attention placements are actually cost effective. In the study on the screen, you can see that we saw that ads or impressions with an attention score of 75 to 100 resulted in a 28% decrease in cost per conversion when compared to impressions with an attention score of 50 to 75. And it works across the funnel. You know, we did the study with a leading agency and a brand lift study company. And we saw that higher attention score leads to 91% increase in brand consideration and 166% higher intent. So now you can measure your campaigns on the basis of attention. And you no more can say or rely on the statement that, you know, maybe it has worked for me. You can measure attention of the ads. Now, I just have 5 minutes, so I have to wrap up everything in this. So before I close this, before I wrap this up, I want to leave every one of you with a number. Take a moment, see this number, 280 billion. What do you think this reflects? This is not a GDP of a country, but this is what we at IAS see every single day. This is what we process and analyze. IAS analyzes 280 billion interactions, hundreds of millions of URLs, and almost 40 years equivalent of video every single day with just one goal, making sure that we measure every single impression. And next time you run your campaigns, do ask, does it safeguard and enhance brand equity? Does it deliver attention? And does it drive media performance? Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much. Before I wrap up, just for your kind attention, we have recently launched our 3rd India office in Mumbai, and our whole team is here. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask. Thank you so much.